And I think based on the evidence, him not showing physique all the time, and whenever he does, he looks shredded, that the guy is nervous, perhaps scared to gain body fat. He makes video after video in the past saying, don't be afraid to get sloppy in the off season, shows himself looking shredded. Coach Greg, and in today's video, I'm going to be going over why I believe Fouad Abiad is suffering from body dysmorphia, from not being happy with how he looks, from having an unrealistic body image. I see it as a prime example of a guy who's having an identity crisis after retiring from professional bodybuilding. I always knew that Fouad wanted to be ripped, but never knew it was to this extent. He trains hard, diets hard, puts in the work in the gym, and is never satisfied. He knew it was his time, and so he quit competing as an IFBB pro, but he simply cannot stop looking back. I have so much to be happy and thankful for. Still, I will always miss being this jacked mother effer. And so in the photo, he's 270 plus pounds of muscle, and currently, he's down to a measly 256. Imagine thinking you're not still a jacked mother effer being 256 pounds. And what makes it worse is he's still shredded. It's not like he got fat, let himself go. Fouad is a specimen. He literally has more muscle than Chris Bumstead, the Mr. Olympia, yet he's shorter than him. He released a video, how to create your diet, as if Fouad needs to be on a diet. But oh, he's getting soft. Soft. He literally in the video says he's 256 pounds and he's dieting on 3,500 calories because he has 230 pounds of lean muscle. Gertie, thanks for adjusting the camera.
Good girl.
And so quick math, that equals 10% body fat. I said, I want to see the photos. And it took until 3 months ago before I could see him making a post showing what he looks like. And let's see, does he in fact look soft? Retirement mode on. Well, I'm eating less, training hard, weight is holding steady at 260 to 265 pounds. Gonna have to add in some hard cardio. Ordered a step mill and treadmill. Time to turn things up a notch. Want to be down to 250 pounds by the Arnolds. And so Fouad has always been a guy who said, you have to get sloppy in the off season to put on muscle. He's the key figure that goes against what I keep saying, which is you can gain. Only I tell people probably about 15% body fat to be an ideal healthy zone to put on muscle. In comparison, Fouad, who in every photo I've ever seen of him has a ripped six-pack, thinks that he's soft, that he's sloppy.
I've been focused on the podcast and focused on hostile, running the business, and my body has become a little bit softer than I'd like. So I'm gonna run a little bit of a transformation.
10% body fat, 230 pounds of lean body mass, weighing 256. Fouad is a shredded monster. I'm not here to shit on him. This is not a negative video. I'm pointing out the dangers of being a professional bodybuilder and what it's like to no longer abuse PEDs. When I look back, seeing the photos of me with gigantic arms, more muscle, ripped, of course I'd like to look that. Only I know and realize I can't do those cycles anymore. And so I do what the doctor says, 140 milligrams of test a week, and I in fact downsize. I'm smaller.
I've been doing a little bit of running because I want to do a marathon in October. So I'm gonna have to drop a little bit of weight. A lot of you guys know I'm downsizing, but I still want to look good.
And so he's literally took up running and training for a half marathon, but says he can't lose the muscle, that he has to downsize. Well, if you in fact want to lose muscle, it's pretty freaking easy. You train less. But Fouad, he likes to train hard. Nothing wrong with that. Don't think he should stop training. But could he in fact do less volume? Could he do fewer sets? If you train less frequently with less volume, stands to reason you can still train hard and lose some muscle. Or you can abuse PDs less. Holding muscle on about 3,000 calories, doing 40 to 50 minutes cardio 6 days a week, and training hard. Does anyone think he wouldn't lose any muscle if he went natural? If he lowered his dose of HRT? He was 270 plus pounds on cycle as a top high performance IFBB pro. And now he's 256. Does it look like he's withered away, lost all his size? Oh my goodness, I wish I could look like my former self from 10 years ago. That guy, he was jacked. I'm small, soft. Fouad is a specimen even to this day. He's bigger and more shredded than 99.999% of the population. Yet he feels small going on a diet. And so listen, just because you look amazing or have amazing genetics doesn't mean you're happy with how you look. Fouad dreams he could be as big as he used to be. But my personal belief is this: if he actually wanted to downsize, that he really wanted to lose some muscle, he would find a way. He would lower that HRT dose a little bit. Not saying he has to go completely off. Perhaps his doctor thinks he cannot do this. Can't go off HRT, can't do a PCD, can't return to normal without testosterone. That's fine. But does he need the dose he's doing now? And notice how much clothing he's working. He's literally making a video. He's got full sweater on, hat on backwards. What is he trying to cover up? In comparison, I'm wearing a tank top. I like the way I look. I don't think I need to be leaner. I'm perfectly happy, satisfied with how I look. Although I would wish I could look like I did in the past. I don't need to look that way. And I do perform hard cardio. And I am on the doctor's recommended HRT dose. Not more. 140 milligrams a week. I don't know, but I would suggest perhaps he talks with his doctor and says, "Hey doctor, I find it difficult having 230 pounds of muscle. I would like to downsize. Do you think it would be potentially a good idea to lower my HRT dose, as I want to downsize as I'm concerned with my health?" I'm almost certain the doctor would say, "Yeah, we can lower your dose." Only I don't believe Fouad actually wants this. I think he wants more muscle. I think if he actually wanted to shrink, he would find a way. I know he loves to train hard, as do I. Why doesn't he start racing bikes? He's running marathons. Put that hard training that you put into your weights into your cardio. And I can guarantee if you run as hard as you lift weights, and I've seen you train your ass off, you are going to lose muscle. And if you run as hard as I bike, guarantee it's going to be harder to push the weights in the weight room. I don't lift 6-7 days a week anymore. Train 3. Why do you think? I can't train with weights as much as I used to. I'm replacing that hard effort with cardio.
So what we're going to do now is I'm going to put in the numbers for these foods, and then we're going to see if we're going to need to make any changes.
2 grams of carb per pound of lean body weight here, 1 gram of protein per lean pound, 0.35 grams of fat per lean pound of body weight. Do the math, track it, make your diet like this, and if there's too much carbs here, reduce carbs, add fat, and all that. What else could you do? Just eat. Just eat. Look in the mirror. Are you happy with how you look? If you're getting too fat, eat less. Getting too lean, eat more. Or you can get my cookbook. You can eat a variety of foods. You don't have to track the calories. You're going to get the protein you need because they're high in protein. Fiber, also going to get that from eating from my cookbook.
I'm going to add vegetables on top of that. Now, vegetables, I try and avoid eating too much of. It's like corn, peas, just because they're a little bit higher in sugar.
Thankfully, he does include vegetables in his diet, unlike Ronnie Coleman, but he won't eat corn or peas. Why? Because they're too high in calories. They're high calorie dense vegetables. And we don't want those. We want to have free foods, foods that are so low in calories, they won't add to your calorie total. Please do not give people advice saying to avoid certain fruits and vegetables because of the sugar content. Fruits and vegetables are healthy. If that is the worst thing in your diet, if that is what you think is holding you back, trust me, it is not. People are not overweight or obese because they're choosing to eat fruits and vegetables.
Not saying they're bad, you can have them. I just don't eat them in mass amounts because it can add quite a bit of calories.
Yeah, imagine, really. Let's be really cautious about how many carrots we eat, but let's have peanut butter and olive oil. Yeah, as if we don't need to worry about those. And so if you're really worried about dieting, you're overweight or obese, and you actually have to diet for your health, unlike Fouad, who's already shredded, maybe you should be more concerned with the peanut butter than the corn, peas, and carrots.
My pre-workout meal I want to digest quickly, but not so quickly that I end up crashing during my workout.
Word of advice, if you need a specific pre-workout meal in order to not crash during a 1-hour workout, that if you eat something different or not enough, that you go to the gym and crash, You're too lean. You're not eating enough. Your body fat level is too low. What Fouad's describing, this crash, that only happens to people who don't have enough body fat, that aren't fueling themselves properly. Your body can go to the gym and function on the glycogen stores from your previous meals. For example, if you're eating enough, you could quite literally skip a meal, go to the gym, and have plenty of energy. However, you over diet, try to maintain a physique that's too lean, perhaps 10% body fat or less, like Fouad, and every meal counts, has to be perfect. If not, you lose the energy. And so my advice to Fouad would be, eat a little bit more. You're gonna start hard cardio training for a half marathon and you're eating in a calorie deficit? Does that make sense? If you're in fact doing this extra cardio, training hard for marathons, shouldn't you eat more to fuel your workout so you have energy?
I'm trying to downsize. I'm not trying to build muscle. I'm trying to maintain the muscle mass I have.
He wants to lower his body fat percentage while maintaining his muscle size. That is not what I call downsizing. That's what I call a cut.
We're all doing something a little different. Now, if you're trying to just maintain your muscle mass and strip away fat, these are pretty good numbers to live by.
And so he says, if you're trying to maintain your muscle mass and strip away body fat, this is the diet I recommend. And so is Fouad actually downsizing, or is he using that term to make himself feel better because he's retired from professional bodybuilder and can no longer be one of the most massive bodies in the world? And so please, if you're a fan of Fouad, realize this. No one is immune. It can happen to anyone. Despite the fact that he looks this good, that he has this much muscle, he's that strong, he's that lean, it's not good enough for him. For the rest of us, of course it is. We all think he looks phenomenal. He could gain body fat and still look amazing, still be shredded. He could go from 10% to 15% body fat, still be perfectly healthy. Instead of going on a cut, he could be in fact going on a bulk. And I'm not even for bulking. I don't promote bulking, but in Fouad's case, perhaps this would be better. Perhaps add those corn, peas, and carrots to his diet and no longer worry about the sugar content. Then he can go to the gym and not have to worry about crashing because he didn't eat the proper pre-workout meal. Trust me, if he starts doing hard cardio, training for a half marathon, he is going to need those calories. Very difficult to train harder than last time at single-digit body fat when you're only on HRT or if in fact you are natural. But I don't believe that he wants to lose muscle. I don't believe he's trying to downsize. I think he's trying to hold on to as much muscle as he can by taking the maximum dose of HRT that he can get. Not sure. I don't know. I believe this. And I think based on the evidence, him not showing physique all the time, and whenever he does, he looks shredded, that the guy is nervous, perhaps scared to gain body fat. He makes video after video in the past saying, don't be afraid to get sloppy in the off season, shows himself looking shredded. And so if Fouad thinks that his body is sloppy, soft, out of shape, then what does that make to the rest of us? And so please remember this, 10% body fat, it's not soft, it's shredded, and if you're even at 15%, no reason to diet from there. Ending it here. And if you want a free training program, you're trying to lose weight, get in shape, better cardio, become a better butter burner, perhaps you're overweight or obese, click the link in the description. Going to send you a free training program. Close to 20 pages, it's free. Let's do it. Start now. Why wait? What have you got to lose? Get in the shape of your life and keep it. And as always, harder than last time supplements, including turkesterone. Click the link in the description. So many other supplements, no time to mention here. And until next time, I am out.